Church believed that the laws of God forbid man to destroy his own kind.
Correct.
To destroy the sanity of another.
Correct.
To destroy or enslave another soul.
If you persist, we'll call the police and inform the medical authorities. I'm sure you don't want to go back to the hospital. Castle Memorial Mental Health Clinic, June 21st, 1977.
Science fiction writer is not a god. You're not a religion.
My life was either happiness or despair. I had no stable sense of self-esteem. I felt I was nothing, nobody. I took refuge in public places. I loved the library. I loved the smell of books. All that learning, it's the essence of something orderly. Miss Blakesley taught me the value of books. Thurber, Ogden Nash. Once a month she brought us in and taught us how to use the library. I volunteered as an assistant. Things you like as a child stay with you for life. I was searching for some kind of guidance, a mission, and for my sins I found one. I hadn't read it since I was 16. Now it burned in my hand. I read it again, then I read it again. It was like an electric current passing through my body and lighting up all the cells in my brain. Here was something I could identify with, an unphony way of life. And the more I read, the more I saw myself in its pages. I was actually becoming its hero, Holden Caulfield. I started reading The Catcher in the Rye, and I couldn't put it down until I got to the end. And then I read it again. Then I held it between my hands and I put it against my face and I inhaled deeply. And I read it again, drinking in the aroma that sort of held it between my septic smell up against my face and I inhaled deeply my nostrils and my skin, drinking in the aroma that sort of faintly antiseptic smell. It was a way to identify my nostrils and my skin, a way to live an honest life, an unfuzzy way that I can identify with. But remember, my mind is disheveled. It's ripped and torn. There's a tornado in my mind circling around my brain. Bits and pieces crashing into the walls. The debris, broken things, cloudy things, things I can't see. My mission was now to promote The Catcher in the Rye, to promote the reading of that book.
Well,
I don't see much point in it.
you realize this is one of the most brilliant studies of adolescence ever written.
He sounds a mess to me.
Of course he's a mess, but he realizes he's a mess. He tries to express what he feels. He's a human being for all his faults.
I don't like the way he talks.
I don't like the way you talk, but I listen.
I suppose it's very clever, the way he writes and all.
Gloria, I gave you the book because I thought you would identify with him, with me. I'm Holden Caulfield. He doesn't fit anywhere, and I don't. Don't you even read books?
I read books.
No, not magazines and travel brochures and books about Japan, but real books with emotions and real people.
Yes, I do, actually. And who says Japan doesn't have real people?
Oh, Japan. You know what I mean. That's why you need to understand the catcher. You need to understand Holden. If you understand Holden, how are you gonna understand me? Real books. I'm talking about art and literature and, you know, things that people read.
Don't be so arrogant.
I mean, don't you even feel sorry for him?
I suppose it's very clever to write like that and all.
I gave you the book to read because I thought you'd identify with him. With me. Hello, Mother. Hi.
Hi.
I'm Holden Caulfield. He doesn't fit anywhere, and I don't.
It's not realistic.
Take a deep breath.
I know. Well, sometimes I get aggravated.
Okay, it's all right. It's okay.
It was a statement. Here is my identity. Here is where my pain is.
Anyway, I keep picturing all these little kids playing some game in this big field of rye and all. Thousands of little kids. And nobody's around. Nobody big. I mean, except me. And I'm standing at the edge of this crazy cliff. What I have to do, I have to catch everybody if they start to go over the cliff. I mean, if they're running and they don't look where they're going, I have to come out from somewhere and catch them. That's all I'll do all day. I'd just stand there and be the catcher in the rye and all. I know it's crazy, but that's the only thing I'd really like to be. I know it's crazy.
Chapter 22, page 173.